In Creo Parametric, you can use the follow command to route pipelines in your piping assembly. First, though, I'm going to create a curve to use as a reference for my follow command. Let me start off by selecting the skeleton model in the model tree, and then I'm going to open it up in its own separate window. Now I'm going to turn on my datum point visibility and create a curve through a bunch of these different points. I will go to the datum overflow menu and then curve through points. And I'll start off by selecting my first point down here, and then I will select the second point that I want to use. And I'm going to change the option from spline to a straight line. I'm going to make all these different straight line segments to show you how you can automatically get bends put into your pipelines later on. So now let's select our third point. It is still using the straight line option. Select that one, and then this point up here, and this last point over there. I'm happy with this. I will hit the check mark in order to complete the feature. Now let me go back to my assembly window. To get into the piping environment, I will go to Applications and then Piping. Let's start off by creating a brand new pipeline to use. I'll click on Create Pipe. For the name of it, I will call it A-003 and hit the Enter key. I only have one line stock in my model, so I will use that one. And the first one that I'm going to do will start off over here. Let me set my start point, and I will pick this datum point from my skeleton model, then click the OK button. I now have a set start feature in the tree. Let's go to the follow command. When I click on the drop down, there are 4 different options. I'm going to show you 3 of them. I'll start off by showing you the follow axis command, and then the follow curve command, and the follow pipe command. Follow sketch is pretty much like following a curve. The icons are even similar. The follow sketch just looks like it's on a sketch background. So let's start off with our follow axis command. And let me turn off my point visibility for the moment and turn on my axis display. Here I have a datum axis to use. I will click on it. You can see a preview of the axis that's generated. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can show you the offsets. And if I rotate my model a little bit, looks like I've got a little bit of a gap in there. I can choose, instead of using on the end, I can offset the end. You can see that we get a little bit of a preview here. Let's say I wanted it to be a little bit longer. Well, let me try a value of 2. Yeah, that looks like it does it in that particular case. One reason that I'm not in love with the follow axis option is that the length of the pipe is pretty much determined by the length of the datum axis feature in the model. That's not as explicit as I like. That's why you can choose to offset the end or offset from a particular reference that you pick. But anyhow, let me click the OK command in order to complete that segment. For my next one, I'm going to route a new pipe, and I'm going to use that curve that I created. So let me start off by choosing Create Pipe. And this one I will name A-004, hit the Enter key. Let me use the same line stock as before. And for the set start, I'm going to turn on my coordinate system display. This time I'm going to use a coordinate system from a fitting. This time I'm starting off in a model where I have a bunch of fittings already located in here. So let's choose Set Start, and I can zoom in, and here is the port that I want to use for the start. I will click the OK button, and then let me zoom out just because I want to show you how I'm going to select the entire curve. I will go to the follow command and choose follow curve. And I will start off by selecting a segment. And right now the preview is just going along that one segment. It is using the 1x1 option. If you click on the details button, this will bring up a dialog box where you could use the different options for partial loop, complete loop, all curves and features. So this is very helpful, but if you don't use the details button, you can use the shift key, and you can see how I'm getting a preview of the from to loop, or I can just do from to all the way to the end that I want to use. Once again, you do have the ability to offset from each of the ends, but my curve is the correct length, so I will click the OK button. And now in order to finish this one off, I'm going to use the connect command. I will choose connect, and then for selecting the two ends, let's select this port over here. I will hold down the control key and grab the end of that segment. You can see a preview of the length that this segment will be. Once again, you can offset that if you want to using a reference, but that is exactly the length that I want it to be. Let me click the OK button, and the pipeline is created. Now, this particular one is with straight line segments where you can insert a fitting later on. I'm going to select the feature. I can choose delete last in order to get rid of it. Let me delete the last one before that. I'm just going to show you one more time, but this time I'm going to change the environment option from the fitting corner type to the bend corner type, and then click the OK button. And now I will choose to follow a curve, and I will select this segment, hold down the shift key and select the last segment. That's good. And then I'll put in my connect feature once more between, let me make sure I'm getting the right port, this port here. Hold down the control key and select that end and click the OK button. And the important thing now is that you can see that we have rounded segments at each of the corners because of the environment option that I had changed to. Now, this is not realistic. Later on in another video, I'll show you how you can modify what you have set for the different corner types. But I just want to show you that if you are using the follow command with a curve with straight line segments, well, your bends will be put in the model based on your environment settings. For the last option to show you, I'm going to go to the, let's create a new pipe first. I will choose create pipe. And this one, what are we up to? A-005, I think. Hit the enter key and use the same pipe stock. Let's set the start, and I will pick this coordinate system as the start and click the OK button. And let's create using follow pipeline. I'll choose follow pipe, and I will choose a segment of the pipe that I just created. And then we need to pick a reference. For the reference, let me click in the field. I'm going to show you that your available options are a datum plane, a datum point, a pipe segment end, or a surface. Well, in this case, let me choose a datum point. Let me turn off the coordinate system display, and let me choose this point here. And so it routes it using the same offsets, but this isn't quite right. It's not getting the shape that I want. When you're using follow pipeline, that tends to work best when both the inlets and the outlets are parallel to each other and parallel to themselves. So in this case here, we have these perpendicular to these other fittings down at the bottom. And so that's why when it's using the offset, we're getting sort of these weird lengths over here. So I'm going to change the option from entire pipeline to start segment. And then once again, we need to choose a reference that we want to use. So I'll select that point. So basically, it is just following the first segment of the original pipe that I created, but you also have the ability to offset ends. So I can choose offset end, and oops, that's the bottom. That's giving me a value 0. Nope, I want to offset the second end. So let's choose offset end from there. And you can drag it up to preview it. And I realized that I want a value of about 600 to maintain a nice little distance between the new pipeline and the one that I'm referencing. Let's click the OK button. And now we have our 6 pipelines started in this assembly model. Let me clean up my display, turning off the points and zoom out to show you what we have so far. So that is how you can use the follow command in 3 different ways in order to route your pipelines in your piping assemblies.